Game number 3 here between uThermal and DRG. Congrats, Easing! He became a platinum. He's not a noob anymore. Good evening, Saber as well. How's it going, Andy Wilson? Andy Saber Wilson. UK Hope. UK Prodigy. Guys, how is everyone doing? We do have uThermal here on the upper side of the map. Don't introduce our players, I'm not sure. On the upper side of the map, we have 80 gaming a purple Zerg player, Terran player. It's uThermal! And he is taking a route at the start of this game with some Marines, and we'll see where this leads him, because he's going to get a reactor momentarily. On the south side of the map, our blue Zerg player from Invasion Esport, DongRaegu. Alright, so let's see what happens here in game number 3. I mean, DongRaegu definitely comes into this as a pretty heavy favourite, I would say. And we'll see what happens as a factory just comes down here for uThermal. And this barracks will drop the reactor. First couple of Marines are going to move down, and they actually do kind of spot an Overlord. Will they get the kill on that? I think the Overlord gets away in this scenario. Just. Ooh, maybe if I thought for a moment that he's going to turn in and he's going to get a bit close to that edge, but he will get away here. And Natural Command Center on the way down for uThermal. Again, in-base expansion. In-base natural. And a pretty easy third as well. I mean, this map just... I mean, I say pretty easy third. It's very close to your main. I mean, walling off is a bit of an issue at the third. I mean, you kind of got to wall off this backside. I mean, not so much because it's a pretty tight choke point. But you really have to kind of get some kind of wall up. If you're a prospect, I imagine they're going to start walling over here or so. And then sitting their army on the ramp. I guess they could wall from the ramp and sit their army here instead. But they need to create a bit of a choke point, basically. GG's being called from that last game. That build's doing some mad work for uThermal today. It's beat Terra, it's beat Soul, it's beat DRG. It's crazy. A couple of Hellions pop out here for uThermal, and they're going to start heading across the map. Bayonet on the way down from DRG. He's not going to take any risks anymore. He's just going to make sure he takes this as expected, I think. He's just going to play it nice and safe here. In game number 3. And not mess around, not take too many risks. First two Hellions actually take a little bit of damage there. Spankrol even coming up on top of the ramp. He is not taking any risks at all. He knows if he gets into a macro game, he's probably kind of favoured. So he's not going to take any risks. And uThermal moving across the map with a couple more Hellions. I mean, again, it's hard to do anything with them on this map because, you know, the naturals in your base. You know, again, I mean, they can stop creep, and that's the main thing. You know, that's the main thing about them. Their map control, they do stop creep. It just stops the Zerg advancing forwards quite as fast. So, yeah, but you're not going to really see much poking as you sometimes see at the natural, simply because you've got to go up this thin main base ramp. So, slowly starting to play his creep outside of his main. DRG is starting to get that going, and another Hellion popping out here. As these 4 Hellions are going to move forwards and see what they can maybe get up to, see what they can maybe spy coming across the map. Again, there's a couple of creep tumors here which can push forwards. And, well, not too much right now, just these Hellions moving around. 10 lings on the way for DRG. He has made a few bailings. He's on 4 gases right now. He's actually lair about to finish. Sorry, didn't notice the lair at all. So this is just going to be a 2-base lair build. Spire will drop down here. Look at the timing from of the scan from uThermal. Sees that Spire almost immediately, and this isn't the end of the world. DRG just needs to make sure to get his upgrades going here nice and quickly. Continues to push his creep out. Continues to push his spine crawl out here, and we'll lose a creep tumor. Might lose a second creep tumor. Ooh, loses 2. A little bit of a shame, but we'll move towards his 3rd base now. So again, the main thing he needs to make sure of here is that he doesn't just is that he doesn't lose his is that he doesn't fall too far behind in upgrades, for example. And oversee here, you're going to try and scout, and he really will want to try and see, is there a 3rd base up? And the answer is no, because uThermal's actually made a couple of extra barracks here in the back of his base, and DRG comes in, he sees no 3rd command center, right? He sees it's not there, like, unless it's right in this corner, which I guess it kind of could be. These Zerglings here. Unsure where they want to go. They don't want to fight the Hellions. There's not quite enough of them for that. 18 more Zerglings being made right now. DRG banking up money, of course, because he kind of wants to make some mutas. He's trying to fight this mine, but he gets caught by Marines and he gets caught by Hellions. He's actually stuck now. And that's actually quite a lot of Zerglings to lose here. You see still no third base. And with no third base, I mean, he knows, right? There's so many Marines there that he knows that this wasn't a fast third command. So he makes 7 mutas. I'm surprised he makes mutas. When he sees this attack coming across the map towards him, I wonder, he might just cancel the third base. No, surely he's trying to hold his third base. No bailing speed here, but these units will start to come onto the edge. Will start to come onto the creep. So, I mean, if he wants to, if uThermal wants to do something with this, he has to come onto creep, right? And that's the kind of dangerous part of this. Single mine is up, and these mutas are on the way as well. And I think with the mutas, the Zerglings, and all together in the banelings, I think he should just about be able to set this, to make this work out. He's starting to take some damage on his hatchery, and he doesn't really want to lose this third. That would be a little bit detrimental to him. But again, no third command center for uThermal, so it's not the end of the world. And here we go, a couple of Lings going to go and tank the mine hits, and that is actually really nice control there by DRG by getting rid of their mines very, very efficiently. And mutas starting to clean up the remaining Marines here. More Marines coming across the map. There's some more Zerglings, some more Banelings streaming forwards here. And slowly but surely this is going to be pushed backwards as the last couple of Banelings connect. Not very efficiently, only on a single Marine at a time. Overseer being pushed back as well, but DRG... Overseer taking some damage, but DRG pushing this entire army back now. Another mine coming across, but there seems to just be a few too many Zerglings now. And, whoa, he flies into the... Oh, the mines goes off on the Zerglings, actually. And the mutas pick off that mine. They will turn around, but they killed off 2 medevacs. I think the mine splash damage actually killed off a couple of those. And seeing this medevac now, he'll try and go for that. He's actually just going to catch these Marines, and uThermal in full on retreat right now. These Marines going to stim, going to see what happens. Not too much is the answer. And, well, uThermal here. A little bit unsure as to what to do. Pulls back, starts to go again. He's adding in tanks to his units now. It's just going to be a big 2-base all-in from him. He's not going to stop off of these 2 bases. I'm unsure about the addition of the tanks. I mean, quite simply, the tanks, they're not great against Mutalisks, simply because they're so immobile. Compared to mines, the mines work against everything. Tanks are very immobile. They've got to be in the right place. DRG going to lose an Overlord here, and if he loses the Overseer as well, he's actually going to get very supply blocked. He's got 3 Overlords being made right now. So that will help him out in that regard. Mutas are going to try and counterattack in towards the natural expansion, see if they can get any damage done there. Bane's speed's still not done, only halfway done. 11 more Banes being morphed in right now as uThermal moves across the map with a pretty scary army, in all honesty. And as Zerg player kills off 3 SCVs on the gas, and now he's going to come back with the Mutalisks. He needs to try and defend this. He needs everything he can get. Every little thing is going to help him out here. Denying the creep, and this first tank will be able to siege up on this creep. Can DRG buy enough time? If he waits another 20 seconds, wait 20 seconds and boom, all of a sudden he has centrifugal hooks and this becomes a much easier fight. 20 seconds is a long time in StarCraft to wait when there's units on your base, but he's pretty much done it. 5 more seconds. Here we go, he's starting to spread out. 2 tanks. Third base starting to take some pretty big damage, and here we go. uThermal coming in here, and he moves a little bit further forward. The Banelings going to go over to the left side. The tank's going to get taken out by the Mutalisks, and the Banelings will connect on the majority of these Marines, and it looks as though DRG holds it off, and